Phoenix Books presents
The Complete Idiot's Guide to Amazing Sex by Sari Locker. Just what is amazing sex? There are hundreds or maybe even thousands of different positions, settings, and stimuli that can all be amazing. But amazing sex is more than just feeling good. Amazing sex is ultimately about what makes you feel connected, sensual, and human. The most amazing sex is also sex that's done responsibly, and also lovingly. Some people might think that they don't need a book to teach them how to have sex. Although it's true that some aspects of sex are innate, when it comes to having amazing sex, most people could use some fine-tuning. There's always more to learn about sex. You learn about sex from having sex, but you also learn about sex from sex education. This book is great sex education. There's a lot of sexy info in here. You're sure to learn a thing or two, or 3 or 4, or more. Besides just teaching you how to spice up your sex life, this book will also explain the basics about sexuality. Many people never learned essential sex information because they were too embarrassed to ask questions about sex. Some people even think that talking about sex is a big no-no. They may prefer to keep quiet about sex unless they're telling a dirty joke or talking about someone else's sexual exploits, maybe their favorite politicians. But the more you talk about sex and the more you read about sex, the better your sex life can become. I've written this book so it'll be fun and easy to learn from. It'll help you understand the basics as well as grasp the more complex concepts about sexuality. This book's a refresher for old pros, a primer for beginners, a peep into new worlds for the timid, and a jumping-off spot for the adventurous. It delivers many tantalizing bites for all of you who are hungry for even more in your sex life. And it's all in a ready-to-roll, easy-to-use, hot tip-filled format. Enjoy it, and may it make you a more amazing lover. Sexuality Today. Amazing sex. Wouldn't you love to have it all the time? Well, you can. To help you have amazing sex, you need sex education. And I don't mean that you need a boring lecture about how the sperm fertilizes the egg like you probably heard in your high school health class. There's much more to sex education than that. The kind of sex ed you'll get from this book is all about the pleasures and variations you can add to your sex life. The more you know, the better a lover you will become. Sex is not like riding a bike. Sure, the same old balancing act that you learned as a kid still works just fine years later when all you have to do is pedal to the store and back. But when it comes to sex, it's a whole new balancing act every time you hop on for a ride. It's possible to experience new things every time you do it. So it sure makes sense to learn what all those new things are, doesn't it, darling?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?